Let me hear it.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Yo.
Good morning. I survived the alien invasion last night. I'm sure plenty of people saw it. The phenomenon that was the rocket launch, which they think was from either China or India. But last night, when I was videoing it on my dog walk, I thought it was aliens and I was so excited. And I realised when there is an alien invasion, I'm going to be really excited because I was not freaking out. I was just like, oh, and then I'll get pew and get lasered. How are you, Lutz?
I'm all right. Thank you very much.
Oh.
How are you?
Good. Yes.
What's happening?
Oh, just stuff. Where's Ash?
I'm here. He's here.
Oh,
I'm
how you
right
doing,
here.
Ash?
I'm good. I didn't see the rocket launch or whatever it is you're talking about. It's the first time hearing of it. What happened?
Oh, it was so
genuine
exciting.
News or what happened?
Oh, it should be genuine news because pretty much most of southeast Queensland saw it. So basically, I took the dog for a walk. It was about 6:15 p.m. last night, I think, that it was just on nightfall. And all of a sudden, I saw these 3 lights shining, like big orb lights shining up in the sky. And I'm like, okay, that's not something I've seen before. And I'm like, wait, no, is it the moon behind the clouds? Then I located the moon, which was not there. There were no clouds in the sky. Then I saw a plane go by. I'm like, that's normal. And I'm looking at this thing and it was like separating. So the 2 lights shining to the side were like they were big bright lights to the side. And then one kind of came out at the top of it and that was super bright. And I was there with Teddy, my son, and he was just like, I'm scared. Is this aliens? And I'm like, I don't think so, but that'd be very, very cool. And I just got really excited. Then I got on socials and everyone's posted the same video or the same photo, much better version than mine, and everyone's blowing up. It was exciting.
But where was it exactly? Like, where was it going from?
Either China or India. That's the debate on my Facebook right now.
Right.
Because, India launched one at 5:40 and China did one at 5:49. Hey?
Oh, you're being serious. It's either India or China, like a satellite.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm being deadly serious.
No.
So, either
Jeez.
China's hanging out above us or India's hanging out above us or...
I didn't see
I
it.
don't know.
I wish I had have, though. That sounds pretty cool.
I'll send you the photo. It was very, very cool.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, Ash, how long have you and Jodie been together for?
Oh, geez, I don't know. We've been married, what year is it? 25. Been married 24. So probably, holy hula.
2001 you were born, huh?
Yeah, 2001.
You were married, not
Yeah.
born, married.
So, I don't know, 5 years before that. So that's a long time.
A
isn't it? That is
fair
a
amount of
long
time.
97?
Now, you-
96.
Would you have noticed-
Nearly 30 years. Holy hoo! That is insane. She was a young woman when I knew her. She was 19 and I think I was 23 or something. I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
remember that. I remember thinking how inappropriate it was.
Well,
Outrageous.
we're going back.
I'm depressed.
You
I'm
may not
going
even
home. No,
remember.
that's it. I'm done. Why? What do you want to know that for? What?
This is only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Did you notice things back then that she used to do as far as, I don't know, not in that way. Well, maybe in that way. But, there are things that you do in a new relationship to keep it fresh and sparkly, like grooming habits, for example, that change over time.
She's always been well groomed.
She's always kept it bang tidy.
Yeah.
I'm just staying out of this one.
Yeah.
Give a little break here if you don't
It's
mind.
very distracting. I mean,
You preach, Lutzi. I'm not near the phone right now. Just leave a message.
what are you talking about?
Well, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Efforts that they've dropped, you
Yeah.
mean?
Yes, efforts, and not necessarily like just grooming, like things that you do
No, she's always
for
been.
them.
She's always been well groomed.
Yes, great.
Yeah.
Just stop. Right? Awesome, good for her. Excellent.
An
breakfast
example.
in bed. Oh, no, I'm trying to make
Yes,
it
something like
clean
that.
here.
Thoughtful things, just things where you just want to, dial up and be your best, that you might have dropped the ball a bit. Like, for example...
Oh, she'd have 100 for me.
For you.
Yeah, she would have maybe more than 100. But yeah, I'm dancing with you. I know what you're
like
saying.
back in the day, I
Yeah.
used to apply fake tan to the whole body. So the whole body was one colour. And now I'm an Oreo. Basically, I've got this like she'll do attitude. I'm going to wear this top, so I only need to tan this bit here up the top and then tan my legs, and the rest is just
so nude,
practical. Yeah,
nude. You look
white
like.
as white. Yeah, and then I just tan chips off, and you end up looking quite mottled. And I used to care about that.
Yeah, you don't care. You don't care, do you?
No, you stop caring. I used to wash my makeup off, and then
you
do
think,
all this stuff.
It's only
Now
Jeremy.
he wakes up
Who
next
cares?
to it.
It's only
Drunk
Jeremy.
panda.
It's not important. Yes.
But this is what happens, right? Like I wake up looking like Alice Cooper with my smudge makeup. Instead of running to the bathroom to make myself look beautiful, I'm just like, what? He wakes up to, but we drop a lot of things that we used to do to, impress our partner. And I just, tanning's one thing. But 13-24-10, what's something that your partner used to do for you that they don't do anymore? Not rude. I'm not talking about rude. Just the little things.
Well,
they might
Jodie
have
used to have
to.
this thing with ice cubes. Oh, no, it's a different... No.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
We were talking before about protocols you kind of drop when you've been with someone for a while. Usually it's good things that you drop. Lutzi said something funny in the break. He said that people used to actually answer his calls.
That's the big change
to
I've received.
Being dropped.
Just answer the phone.
And I have dodgy tan and dodgy makeup, and but we still do nice things too, though, on the phone. We still do like the kiss, all of that. We still keep it nice.
Yeah.
But we've got people on the line.
I thought of one, Nikki, that I used to do that I went, oh, yeah, God, when was the last time you did that? When I first started going out with Jode, and I kept it up for a while, she loves water lilies. You know, water lilies?
Yes.
And I would swim into those like really ugly looking ponds or whatever where the water lilies grow, and I'd have a knife and I'd cut them off and I'd bring
What
home.
on earth?
Yes.
That's really, really romantic.
I did it a bit. I haven't done
Tarzan.
it in
talking about?
decades. I have not done that.
Did you have the knife between your teeth as you
please.
swam through?
Yeah, like
That's Rambo
like
stuff.
LB Mendels.
I know
Yeah.
that. That's like Blue Lagoon stuff.
Yep.
Oh, no wonder. You kept her on the line. Stuff like that. That's a big gesture. That's lasted 25
He
years.
got 37 leeches on his testicles when he gets out. Nothing romantic about that.
Gary out of Burpengary East. Who doesn't do what anymore?
My hubby, he used to run the bath. So every night when I'd come home from work, the bath would be run for me. Early days, sometimes there'd be a candle there. Then the candle dropped off. Then, then the bath dropped off. So basically now I come home and run my own bath.
Now he just hits you with a garden hose as you come through. It just gives you a little squirt.
Gives you a spray down. Or you just
Pretty
walk
much.
in after a hard day, and instead of all of that, they just go, "What's for dinner?" And you just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah, well, I can't really say that because he does cook dinner sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
can at
he's-
least say that, he does pull his weight.
oh, well, that's nice, I guess. But it'd be nice if he, filled a bath for you every now and then. Keep the magic alive. Dive into it with a knife and get water lilies.
So I knew a dude that once had his, for the first 6 months, his girlfriend would have the toothpaste with the toothbrush with the toothpaste on it every night, ready for him just to walk in and put the toothbrush straight in the mouth.
Oh,
toothpaste. That was 10 years ago. There's no way anyone's still doing that now.
Actually, I do something very nice in the morning. I'm just going to put it out there. And I
Careful.
still do it.
It's 8:38.
At 4 a.m. every morning, I get up and I make myself a chai, but I also make him a chai and I put it in the fridge.
Right, that's
So
nice.
it's there when he wakes up.
That's nice. I mean,
Yeah.
It's too nice.
yes, it is. I mean, semi-self-serving. Is it as easy to make 2 chais as 1 chai?
No, it takes longer. But
Okay,
then I come
okay.
home and he hasn't washed the pot, the bastard.
Yeah. What about Jeremy? You're focusing on you here. What's he not doing anymore? More to the point. Keep it clean.
I don't know, but being really nice to my face.
Just being nice. Just
Being
stop
nice to
being
my
nice.
face.
Kai. Is it Kai out of Southport?
Yeah, that's it.
What do you got, mate?
We've been together about 20 years now, and I just noticed that lately well, not lately, but we don't meet each other at the doorway anymore, all excited to see each other.
He used to run to an embrace.
Yeah,
Honey,
well,
I'm
that's
home.
nice. They say that you're meant to have a 7-second embrace before you go to work and when you get back. So you need to bring that back. You got to bring that back.
7 seconds, eh?
Yeah, you got to hold for 7 seconds. Apparently, that reinstills intimacy.
At both ends, as you leave and as you...
Yes.
What do you mean at both ends?
Yeah, try that,
That's something
guys.
that goes out the window as well.
for some people.
Oh, my
Michelle,
goodness.
Mount Cotton, what do we got?
Something my ex, or now ex, sorry, used to do was brush his teeth, and by the end, he's pretty gross. So we'd be going out for the day, and I'd have to say to my son, "Have you got your shoes? Have you brushed your teeth?" And say to him, "Have you got your shoes? Have you brushed your teeth?" And 9 times out of 10, no, he hadn't. It was foul.
Oh,
That's pretty
And then-
gross as an adult.
Very.
that's
as an
no
adult.
good.
And
That's
even
not
worse.
just for you, but for everyone around it.
Yeah, exactly. And then one day I was cleaning his bathroom. We had separate bathrooms. And I didn't realise, was clipping his toenails over the drawer in the bathroom. So I opened a drawer and there is like a collection of toenails in the drawer. I nearly vomited.
So he'd open the drawer, get the clippers out, and then put his foot up on the drawer and clip, and the clips would go into the drawer.
And would he do it while he was taking
That was
a
a question.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, it's online Osborne time, isn't it?
Online Osborne.
Oh, yes.
Online
I'm waiting
Osborne.
for my noise. Where's the noise?
Oh, you mean this?
Online Osborne.
I was just really hoping that Ash could do the modem noise, like, you know,
The
a
doing,
cappella there. That was-
doing,
yeah.
doing.
I wasn't
See,
too far off. So the
fond
actual
memory.
Very
intro
good.
was.
I don't know to speak until I get my little music bites to start. But all right, this is what's been happening online at the moment. Do you remember when there was the Spark Joy thing for people to declutter? So basically, if you're trying to get rid of junk out of your house, hold the item, and if it sparks joy, hold on to it. If it doesn't, get rid of it. Well, that wasn't enough for the ADHD community. And this chick online, what's her handle? ADHD Organised on TikTok. Becca Carl is her name. She said the best way for her to declutter is to look at something and decide, if this had poo on it, would I keep it? Like, would I
Wash
take
it.
the time to wash it off and keep it, or would I just go, meh?
Oh, I don't mind that.
Well, instantly you'd throw your entire wardrobe out, I would hope.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Oh,
keep
except for
any.
maybe a good leather jacket, maybe some good shoes.
But yeah, I mean, I've got a bloody,
I'd get rid of
I've got
two
a
of my
storage,
children.
I've got a storage container. So like, I could go down there and use that principle. I could save myself a fair bit of chunk of change there. Like getting rid of everything. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
well, we're trying to like minimalise stuff in our place at the moment, and I think it is a good rule of thumb. So anyway, it's catching on. So yeah, if you're trying to get rid of stuff, imagine it with crap on it, and if you're not going to wash it, then just bin it.
Okay.
Now
Like
over to Japan. There is a hotel in Japan for $1 a night, but the catch
I
is.
think I stayed in it. It was a rip-off.
Well,
Yeah,
Lutzi,
no,
you're
what
going
it-
to Japan soon. You can go and stay at this joint. In
$1
fact,
an
you
hour.
should go and... Actually, you should do this for the show. This would be awesome. Basically, the catch is you have to live stream your stay. So this hotel is linked to a YouTube channel that live streams its guests. So they're getting the revenue from the actual live stream itself as opposed to the paying guests. I'm trying to find what the channel's called.
I don't. Yeah, I've heard of different sort of. I've heard of this happening in Europe in certain institutions
With different parameters.
But this is the first time I've heard it in a hotel. So it's a normal size hotel room. It's not one of those little crappy ones. It's not it's a decent hotel.
Yeah, no, it's decent. It's called, the YouTube channel is called $1 Hotel. And there's no sound though, because they decided that's too much. That's too much because people need to be able to have phone calls. They could be there for work, but basically you can just watch them do whatever they're going to do in a hotel room.
For $1, I want audio. I mean, yeah, you want to. They should have audio. I think. I don't
You
know.
reckon?
Well, you're only paying $1. I mean, it's either you're in or you're not, aren't you?
That's true.
Do you have to pay to watch it?
I'd say so.
No, it's just they'll get revenue from the
Ads,
views.
isn't it?
So
Oh,
the ads
well, that's
in
what
it.
is.
So
I
it's
mean, I'd
already
have a
got.
look at that. I mean, it's not. It sounds completely uninteresting in principle, but like, I'd actually check that out. And it's very voyeuristic. It's not that different from Big Brother. Like I've turned on Big Brother when it was live overnight and watched people sleep for a bit just in case something interesting happened. You know what I mean? It's a
I think you
voyeuristic
should
thing.
do it. I think we should put you in
Is
there.
it in Tokyo?
Let me have a look. Oh, it's somewhere weird.
That's all right. I'll suss it out.
It's an unpronounceable.
Next month when I
It's
go
up
to
on
Japan.
YouTube.
Asahi
What, have you actually
Ryokan.
You're watching Rooms?
Well,
already, or
I'm
what?
looking at that. They've got past live streams up on YouTube, but yeah.
Hang on. Fukuoka? Fukuoka?
That's where we went last year. I wouldn't say it the way you said it the first time, but
Sorry, I don't know what it is.
Fukuoka is where we went. We broke world records.
Yeah.
Or state records.
Oh, well, yeah, get yourself to Fukuoka. Now, this next thing I friggin' love. We've been talking about AI and the power of AI and how it can make your world so much better. Well, people are starting to use AI to change the endings of movies that they didn't like the ending to make themselves feel better. And I watched one last night. It's so convincing. Here's the audio.
Thank God we both fit on this raft. The water is freezing.
Jack and I both survived. We made it to New York, where we built an amazing life together over the next few years. Oh, it was wonderful. We had an elaborate wedding planned. Then, when I turned 26, he left me for a younger girl.
I was going to say
That jerk off.
I was hoping that ended in divorce.
Yeah, it did. Well, because it's Leonardo
We
DiCaprio, he
consummated
doesn't
the
date
marriage.
anyone over 25. So
Yeah, exactly.
26 and she's out. But I would change the endings of some movies. Like Tony Stark would not die. He would still be alive somehow.
Did he
Doctor
die?
Strange would fix him. Yeah, spoiler alert if you haven't followed Marvel.
It's too late for
Yeah,
me.
I wasn't up to date with that
That's
either.
all right. No,
James Bond dies too, huh?
No, he doesn't. Does he? It's James Bond die.
Yes.
What? When?
I'm getting real nervous here.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Now, I mentioned earlier last night I went for a walk just after 6. We were walking along and all of a sudden I saw this, what I call paranormal activity up in the sky. Initially, I thought it was the moon behind a cloud. Then I realised the moon was somewhere else. And then it was starting to slowly break apart in the sky. And I videoed the whole thing and I was with Teddy. He was like, what is that? Is that aliens? I'm like, I don't know. I had a moment where I'm like, it could be. I don't know. So anyway, we need someone proper to talk about it. So we've found Dr. Laura Dreesen, who is a postdoctoral researcher at the Sydney Institute for Astrophysics, and she knows all about this stuff. Laura, how are you?
Morning. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I mean, just like Mulder in X-Files, I want to believe, but not aliens this time.
Oh, damn it. So what is
I
it? What were we
know.
all seeing?
So I had a bit of a look. There were 2 satellite launches from Asia yesterday, and I think it was the first one. China launched a satellite, so a rocket, at about 4 p.m. their time, which is about 6 p.m. our time. So I reckon it was that, not aliens.
Oh, damn. But are you of the belief, have you ever found any paranormal activity in the sky when you're, because you look for radio stars, which is ironic that you're talking to us today.
Still looking.
Because we're bona fide
still
radio
searching.
stars. Hey,
But
stop the search. Hello.
Oh, we've hit the jackpot.
I found you guys. It's all good now. I can stop.
so,
No.
yeah, have you ever found anything where you've gone, hang about, this is not us?
Well, when we find something new, to be honest, our first thought is not really aliens. It's usually like, damn, I found something new and cool that no one's ever seen before, rather than aliens. But there are searches. I'm a radio astronomer, and the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, or SETI, and another program called Breakthrough Listen use radio telescopes in Australia to search for aliens.
See, I think that's just so cool. Now, another thing that I'm always arguing with the boys about, does astronomy ever, collude or be in alignment with astrology? Tell me, are you behind astrology at all?
So I'm not really, a spiritual or religious person, but I love talking about astrology because it means I get to talk about space. So any excuse, lock the doors, we can talk about space. But lots of the stuff is really cool. There's currently a small solar system body that's just gone into retrograde, but that means that I get to talk about this cool comet rock thing in space. So I love to chat about space no matter what it's about.
So if I said Mercury's in retrograde at the moment, is that what you were referring to about this?
No, it's a different thing. It's called Chiron, and it's like a little comet that's got rings like Saturn, but really small rings, and it's sort of Jupiter-Saturn sort of distance, and it wasn't discovered till 1977. So it's a relatively recent little rock in space that looks like it's gone backwards.
Now, according to my astrologer, he said that is, you say Jupiter, that's meant to be the lucky planet. So apparently that Chiron-Jupiter alignment, or Cazimi, or whatever the hell they call it, is meant to be really good luck. So I'm hoping...
Fingers crossed for you. I mean, I don't know about how lucky any of these things are, but it's called Chiron, named after a centaur, and I think that's pretty cool too.
And Dr. Laura, I don't want to get all geopolitical on your ass here, but why on earth can we see a Chinese satellite so bloody close to us in
high
Brisbane?
does it have to be?
It's not that big. How
from?
can we possibly see that?
Yes.
Why is it so close to us?
I'm so glad you asked because this is really cool. So the reason that the internet was able to identify this quickly is because this happens a lot in the US, right? They sort of know what rocket launches look like because it happens a lot. But we usually don't get to see that from Australia because Florida is very far away from us. But because China and India, who did both launch rockets yesterday, are relatively close, once it gets high enough in the atmosphere, even though it's nighttime effectively in Australia, up that high in the atmosphere, the sun is still hitting it, and we're basically seeing the exhaust from those rockets being lit up by the sun.
Okay,
so they have to be pretty high, but it's just sort of the luck of the nighttime, daytime, and how high it was at the time.
That makes sense because it had these two what looked like lamp kind of lights, plumes sticking out the side that looked like it was lighting up cloud, but I'm like, there's no cloud. It's too far away.
No, so it's its own cloud that it's created. So it probably, we don't know too much about Chinese rockets, as you can imagine, but it probably had like two boosters that then separated, and then there was a third light, and that was probably still the exhaust from the rocket as it was still going up, maybe after it had released the boosters. So that's why we could see it.
What you could see was that the reflection from the sun that high in space? Was that actually in space?
Well, basically, this one was a low Earth orbit, so that's like a couple of 100 kilometers above the Earth. So it was still relatively low in space terms, but it was, the light from the sun hitting these clouds of exhaust from the rocket itself. So that's why we could see it sort of looking like a cloud, even though it was pretty clear from what I could tell from the photos.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, certainly got Southeast Queensland excited on the socials last night. We thought, we'd stolen the march from America and we finally had the alien invasion.
That was amazing, wouldn't it be? Because in the movies, it's always like New York that gets attacked first.
Yeah,
they always forget that we exist.
Yeah, I felt special. It's because we've got the Brisbane Olympics coming. I thought maybe, this is a good place to invest in.
Exactly.
That must be it. They're like, they can see the developments happening.
Yeah.
And does everyone have to disclose when they send a satellite up? Like, you can't just do it quietly. So were you aware that was going up, that one in India as well? Or is that, what's the protocol?
The Indian one, yes, because it's a NASA and the Indian Space Research Organization sort of team up. So we definitely knew about that one. And the Chinese one, we do sort of know a little bit about, but space law is tricky. You'd have to get a space lawyer on to talk about it because there's sort of not really, it's hard to define rules and who is anybody to sort of make the rules in space, right? Because who owns space? It's a big question about that sort of stuff.
Is space law a TAFE course? Or where do you do that?
You can do a uni course. I've met a few space lawyers. It's a pretty cool area. Like who owns the moon? Who gets to land on the moon? Big questions like that.
Imagine your client meeting. I'm just going to take off to the moon.
I'm going to look into it.
Funny.
Well,
yes, we thought rocket scientists was cool, but there's space lawyers. How cool is that?
Very exciting. How cool for you too, Dr. Laura. You get to speak to some real-life radio stars as well.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely fantastic for you.
Thanks for your
much.
It's my pleasure. Happy to chat about space anytime.
Yeah, she's lovely. Fantastic.
She was very nice.
She's great. Yeah, she's still there.
She's still
talking about it. She's
Keep
still
saying
there.
nice things.
She's lovely.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
I'm doing a cool thing tonight. When I say I'm doing it, I'm a spectator because I'm too old to be part of this thing tonight.
What are you doing?
It's I'm spectating a youth legacy event at City Hall. So obviously with the 2032 Olympics and everything, legacy is the great word and how we can change our city in the next 10, 20 years. And it's something which is at the forefront of mind with government, and I'm part of a committee that does it with the Brisbane City Council as well. But tonight is a chance, and there's a young fella that's on one of the legacy committees that I'm on called Henry Clark, who is in grade 12. He's a school captain at Cavendish Road High. Just a very impressive, I think he's like 17-year-old that sits in this meeting with a bunch of old fogies like me and just holds his own. Does a really impressive thing where sometimes I ask him what he thinks about it or if he wants to say anything on something. And if I was a 17-year-old in that environment, the first thing would be say a whole lot of BS, just to fill a gap. And he sits there and goes, "No, I'm just observing at the moment." This kid's going to be something great for the city. You just know that. And one of the great things he's done is started up this youth legacy event, which now has tonight 100 kids from all over schools around southeast Queensland and specifically Brisbane.
Wait, hang on. This youngster has started this event.
Yeah, well, he was the one he was the initial one that was behind starting this event, which now has, as I said, like 100 kids, or school-aged kids from all around Brisbane.
But not in a Corey Worthington kind of way. Like this, I'm just really impressed that a 17-year-old would be able to organise it. Yeah, that isn't like a house party where people are doing like beer bombs or whatever they're called. Yeah.
No,
continue.
The Lord Mayor's at this one. Like it's a great thing at the and basically what it is. And when you think about it, like it's all fine for a bunch of oldies to talk about the legacy in Brisbane in 2030 and 2040 and beyond. But these are kids that are 15, 16 years of age. Like even come the Olympics in 2032, they're going to be in their early to mid 20s. Like this is the future of Brisbane. Like when we talk about the future of Brisbane in the 2030s, who do we to say what it's going to be? It's the youth that should be the ones that are actually generating these thoughts process and ideas, and that's exactly what's happening tonight. And the other great thing is that even though there's 100 student leaders from right around Brisbane coming together tonight, the message, and I only get to say just a brief conclusion tonight just to wrap things up, but just the fact that each one of these kids is going back to 500 to 1,000 other kids at their schools. And I think it's a really great way to fast track people becoming part of the journey of the Olympics, and also beyond the Olympics. The Olympics is great if you love sport, and it's going to be great, for the city in 2032. But the best thing about it is it's a catalyst for really quick change in the city and some great ways the city can evolve over the next 10 to 20 years. So
definitely,
it's a great opportunity tonight. And so a shout out to all the kids that are heading along and are going to be part of this tonight.
That'll be interesting to see what comes of that too.
Yeah, right. And
you probably couldn't predict it because you don't know, because you're saying, as you said, you're getting it from a completely different perspective to the traditional old bogey.
Yeah, honestly, we sit around, and with respect to the other people in the committees that I'm on, you're sort of looking at 40, 50, 60-year-olds sitting around chatting about things. I mean, this is where the future is. That these kids are the future, and they're the ones that are going to be living in Brisbane, whatever way, shape, or form it takes in 2030 or 2040 and beyond. So should be a cracking night, and I'll let you know tomorrow some of the cool ideas that these kids have for the city moving forward.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Carrigan. Paddy, we heard the traffic is just horrendous this morning coming from the Gold Coast.
Give us a quick update if you might.
Oh, mate, the traffic chopper for me, it was crazy. Holland Park, one lane. It's been a really tough morning. I've been emotionally supporting Ben Hunt in the car because he's a bit of a road rager. So,
Is he?
But yes, he is. I just don't, he just can't handle being at a standstill, I don't think. So he's always got to be moving forward, the big fella. So, but I'm at training, mate, and everything's all good.
You're going to the captain's run at the moment.
Yeah. Captain's run this morning.
Speaking of the captain running, what about that intercept of Renault on the weekend? He only just made those little legs,
those little legs powering away.
I know, mate. I actually seen a funny video. I think Gyro got one of like an NFL player making an intercept back in the day, but he's like a 600-pound lineman running away, and I think he was moving faster than the big fella. So he's been on ice all week.
Paddy, I didn't even know the girl next to me, like live at the game. All she was saying was, "Look at his little legs! Look at his little legs go!" I was in fits of laughter.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Instead of backing him up, you were just laughing at him.
I was watching the screen like, is he going to get there? Do I have to start running?
Do I have to start running?
Now, the Bunnies, Mitch and I were talking earlier this morning, they've been like, I wouldn't say a bogey team, but they're one of those sides that, you know, I know a lot of people do it, but they lift for the Broncos, and it seems like they enjoy playing at Suncorp Stadium, and now the bookies have got them as rank outsiders and blah, 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 blah. But this is one of these games that we need to pick up the 2 points on Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't respect the footy last week, to be honest, and that's something that South do really good. Obviously, being a Wayne coach team is kick to the corners and hold on to the ball. So I know they'll be up for it. There's a few ex-Broncos there too, so we're going to do our best, mate.
Old Wayne coming back to his old stomping ground, Patty.
Always.
Does he even come in? Is there a discussion about Wayne at any point in the Broncos change rooms or anything? Like, is there anything Wayne related?
Not really. Hey, I think it's he just like lives in the bricks and the mortar here, though. I'd say so. There's no ever discussion, but obviously he's a founding father and won all the premierships here. So I dare say every time he comes up against us, it's probably one to tick off for him too.
Have you got much to do with him? Like, if you see him on Friday night, will you go, "Hey, Wayne, how you going?
What do you do with him?
What's doing, Wayne? Hey, Supercoach? Like, do you have will you talk to him?
No, I'm not like Josh Kerr who can just like yell at him and go hug him and scream at him, but I'd definitely say g'day to the big man. He was my first coach here, so kind of brought me into first grade, so no, I definitely wouldn't brush Wayne Bennett because I don't think that would go down too well.
But would you like hit him with a joke or something? Would you like, hey Wayne, Latrell Mitchell and Adam Reynolds walk into a bar in Redfern, and or would you try and would
you be like Elfie and go, hey Longneck, what's going on over there? Like,
I would not even try to call him Longneck. Let's say that. I would just say, "G'day, Wayne." I think he would just nod. So we're strictly professional.
Okay, good on you, buddy. That's great.
Everyone fit?
Yeah, everyone's fit, healthy, ready to go. So, which is good for us. So, a good chance for us to build some momentum and just do the little things well. I think that's probably what we missed out last week.
Yeah. 8 p.m. kick-off tomorrow night. It is, Lutzy. It's a very important one. We need the 2 points.
Tickets still available. It's going to be a big crowd. It was an impressive crowd last week, Friday night
40
as well.
there last week.
But this one's going to be another big one, I think. So, come on. Friday night, Suncorp Stadium. No better place in Brisbane to be, as Nick's been saying all week. Let's rock and roll here. Let's rock and roll.
We'll let you know where Nick's going to be on the street. Before the end of the show, you can track him down and grab some seats. Otherwise, jump on to broncos.com.au and get out there and support Paddy and the boys.
Cheers, Paddy. All the best, brother.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
See you, mate.
The Ash, Lutzy and Nikki Osborne podcast.
Well, okay, so we were chatting yesterday about the ECA, and it seemed to be divided opinion about whether or not, like I mentioned the germs. I'm like, wash your hands and do that because you know what it's like. Mitch, you've got 4 kids. You know what it's like to have one snotty-nosed play date cause a bug to go rife through your house, and that's it for the month. You're written off for the month.
Just a cycle. Never ends.
Panadol and Nurofen and 2 a.m. crying with fevers and all of that. And I just think, during COVID, we were so careful about what we did with our germs, and that we went too far during COVID. And now I feel like we've overcorrected in the other direction, where I feel like no one's got any germ etiquette anymore. Like, this is a big thing when you got toddlers. But when I went on the cruise in Fiji, there were a lot of sick people. I've got to say, cruise ships, they really are petri dishes. But there was this one woman, I was telling her about the footage I got when I was snorkeling, and she's like, "Oh, show me." Now, she was quite crook. And then I've opened the video, I've held my phone out to show her. She's grabbed my phone with her snotty tissue fingers and just like, she's like thumbing the screen, and then she just starts scrolling, and I'm just like, what You don't do that. And I'm like, now I'm going to have to like sterilize my phone. Now, I'm not a germaphobe, but I'm hyper aware that, germs get transmitted through that sort of thing. And
it's a good point. Like when you think of like hand sanitizer, which was the hot ticket for a while there during COVID, you would presume that the general reaction post world pandemic would be that we all are using hand sanitizer on the daily, just to keep our hands. But I haven't used it since, I don't know when was the last time I got one of those pump pack things like we have in the studio and use that. Although I guess if you look at events like the etiquette where you get all sort of walks of life in one spot, I guess one thing that has been normalised slightly maybe for the etiquette would be wearing a mask. Whereas if you're wearing a mask 6 years ago, people think, well, what the hell are you doing?
What's wrong here?
Have you been hanging out in China? Yeah. I know, because it was normal in China for masks, but I'm not a fan of masks. Well. I'm a fan of just washing your hands, or if you're sick, staying away. But I feel like people are they're breaking all the germ etiquette codes. So 13-24-10, are there people around you who are they're germy and they're driving you nuts? It could be a family that keep bringing their sick kid over. It could be relatives that keep infecting you. But have a vent.
The idea of it, so like you go into a urinal here as a guy, either at work, I've been, at a shopping centre, and you're at the urinal and you hear someone come out of a cubicle and they've been doing the bad business in there.
And went straight to the door.
And you go straight to the door.
Oh, geez.
and you're just like, you
you
don't know who it is, especially when it's in an office. There might be 20 people.
That does not happen in the female toilet.
In fairness, Mitch, you're here later, but like for us, there's only four potential people that could be for us. But you do stay here till about what time are you here till?
Oh, a little bit later, but not as late as some. But
so it could be someone. It could be
someone
from sales.
Oh, I'm absolutely thinking it's from sales.
Name that person.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Do you have an idea of who it is?
I'm looking at you, Jules. But 13-24-10, germ etiquette.
It's got to out him as well.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.
So we've got the etiquette coming up. And it's going to be cold westerlies. We know it. And before the break, we were talking about germ etiquette, because I'm a firm believer that we should probably still be managing our germs. Not COVID level, but, keep it under control. If you're really snotty, don't go and touch everything. Don't get in people's faces.
I definitely think we're a lot more aware of it than what we were pre-COVID. And I see way more fist pumping going on now than what we did before.
I wonder what the stats are on flu injections post-COVID. Geez, I haven't thought of that.
I think they've dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid of everything now. No one trusts nobody. But it's not just all of that. It's more like if you arrange a play date and someone drops off a snotty-nosed kid, they've got 2 green snakes hanging out of their face, they're going to infect your kid, because your kid's not going to they're not going to do anything to stop the infection. So you're basically, that person's just gone, you know what? You can have this bug now in your house. And you're like, thanks. And I've never got the balls to say, no, take your kid home, please. And I just feel like we're all suffering through people's inconsiderateness. Mm-hmm. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So anyway, we put it out, and we've got someone from Redcliffe's called up.
Vicky, say hello to Vicky.
Hi, guys.
Vicky. Hi. Do you think people are lacking germ etiquette?
Oh, yeah. So I had a guy the other day, because I'm an Uber driver, and so the dad's with him, and he's like a teenage guy, and you think, okay, you think they'd be all right by that age, but no, he's just like snotting everywhere. And when they sniff it down the back of their throat, and it's just gross as, it's just... Oh. And I'm like, I can't afford to get sick, you give that to me and I've got to take a week off work. And it just made me so angry, and it's just a 15-minute trip going, oh, this is gross.
Did you one-star him, Vicky?
Oh, yes.
That's such a good point, though.
But if I do it, but that's the thing, if I say anything or like, wear a mask, then I get badly rated, or you know what I mean? So
what do you
do? Yeah.
No, and that's what this is about. This is me putting a public service announcement out going, guys, keep your germs under control and be considerate, because there are a lot of people who are immunocompromised, and you can't just go and sneeze and whatever willy-nilly going, oh, yeah, no, you need germs to build up your immune system, because there are some people that just can't cope and they can't afford to take the time off. So, keep your germs to yourself. Wouldn't you think, Vicky?
Keep your germs to yourself. I'm dancing
Oh,
with
where's
you
she
on that
gone?
one. She's gone.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne podcast.